In this video, let's talk about Trump and the changing geopolitical landscape. Well, of all the Donald Trump's recent meetings and traction in the Middle East, the meeting with Syria's interim president Ahmed al-Shara in Saudi by President Donald Trump has been the most significant and questionable, which holds the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape in Central and West Asia. But is it a good geopolitical move? Well, that only time will tell. But let's understand more about Syria's interim president. The first reason why heads have turned when President Trump met President al Sarraj is because of the al Sarraj's questionable background. Till very recently, Ahmad al Sarraj was known by Abu Muhammad al Jawlani, an UN proscribed and UN designated terrorist. Over the last 2 decades, al Jawlani held key positions in global terror organizations like Al Qaeda and ISIS. According to the UN Security Council Sanctions Committee, he was also held guilty for supplying, selling, or transferring arms as well as recruiting for Al Qaeda and ISIS. He used to coordinate directly with the then Al Qaeda chief Ayman al Zawahiri and later with then ISIS chief Abu Bakr al Baghdadi. Not only this, in the year 2011, which was the year of the uprising in Syria against the Russian and Iran backed Assad regime, Abu Bakr al Baghdadi had instructed al Jablani to establish a front for the Al Qaeda in Iraq and Syria by developing a local presence. In the year 2012, al Jablani founded the Al Nusra Front against an UN designated terrorist group, which officially became Al Qaeda's offshoot in Syria. Well, by now, the uprising in Syria, which began in the year 2011 with peaceful protests, had turned into a revolution with mass protests against the dictatorship of then President Bashar al-Assad. In the year 2017, they rebranded themselves with its principal objective to overthrow the Assad regime led by Bashar al-Assad and establish an Islamic caliphate. Well, then over the years, the revolution in Syria turned into an armed conflict before escalating into a full-blown civil war, slowly gaining ground across the country. Now, in November 2024, in a sudden and massive offensive spearheaded by Al Jawlani group, the Assad regime rapidly lost major ground, including its stronghold in various cities. And then on December 8, 2024, Bashar al-Assad had to flee to Russia, and the Assad regime collapsed after 53 years of ruling the country with an iron fist. HTS chief al-Jablani declared victory and was appointed as the interim president of Syria this very January. He then officially assumed his current name, Ahmad al-Sarraj. Now with him as the interim president, Donald Trump has also decided to lift sanctions which were imposed on Syria since the year 1979. The eyeballs aren't just limited to Trump or Ahmad al-Sarraj. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who arranged this meeting between the two, is also being questioned here. Do you think it is the right geopolitical move, meeting a former terrorist and discussing various deals with him, or even letting him be the interim president for now? Well, what's your take on this entire situation? Do let me know in the comment section.